All right, it's a Wednesday, so we get our first look kind of at the injury situation, and Shane Steichen sharing some things about the injury situation. Bernard Ryman going to be limited today at practice. Does that mean he's going to play Sunday? It does not necessarily mean that. Alec Pierce, okay. Josh Downs, Kenny Moore, we're going to see. The whole thing's in flux, but every guy, every able body had better be on the field in Foxborough, because you got to win this game. If you don't win this game, it's all over. You go to 5-8 and you're done. You go to 6-7, and then you got a bye week. You get guys healthy. You head out to Denver for a game that you absolutely must win. You got to figure out how to play your best football right now. This has not recently looked like a playoff team. They got to spin that narrative and look completely different from what they looked like against the Lions. But playing against the level of competition that they're playing against, it's not out of the realm of possibility. Here's Shane Steichen.
He'll be limited today. We're doing a walkthrough today, but he'll be doing some stuff.
Bernie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bortolini, do you imagine he's going to be progressing through that soon?
Yeah, we'll see. He's in the protocol, so we'll see how that goes.
Is Alec Pierce, did he come through well after the game? It seemed like he picked up something.
Yeah, he should be all right.
Shane, pressure numbers have risen a little bit here in recent weeks. Do you look at like the pressure against Anthony a little bit more pre-snap identification, a little bit more protection?
I think it depends on who you're playing. Some teams are more pressure teams than others. I know obviously New England's scheme, what they do, very similar to what they've been running, with Mayo there, their deep coordinator. So they do like to bring 5 a good amount. But again, I think it depends on the team you're playing, what they see.
You never go into excuses, but there's reasons, like with the run game. When you have 3 young kids playing, and maybe Penner, isn't that going to impact efficiency? Or
Like I said, I got faith and trust in everyone we put out there, Chap. And it's our job as coaches to put those guys in position to succeed. And that's what we looked at heavy this week, looking at ways to get that run game going with JT. It was a huge point of emphasis this week for us. So we're looking forward to the challenge though this week.
on that, how does it stress the offense when you're only JT's getting 2 yards, 3 yards? How does that stress what you can do?
Yeah, I think obviously when you're not, when you're getting 2 or 3 yards, obviously it changes a little things, obviously throughout the game and how you're calling it. But again, we want to be efficient running the football, and we got to get those, 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, and then hopefully hit the big ones this week.
In the numbers that you crunch, Shane, year to year, are your pre-snap penalties up this year, specifically with the offensive line? And if so, do you sense anything going on there?
We were really good, I think up until about 2 weeks ago. Well, we were really good. I think we were the fewest amount of penalties in the league about 3 weeks ago, and obviously the last 2 weeks it's picked up. Obviously we had some false starts, we had some holdings, and technique and fundamentals are going to be big, going forward for us.
Have you noticed that Braden has been called for just lining up in the wrong spot like 5 times this year? What is that?
It's a point of emphasis that they're making around the league, obviously with tackles. Obviously you saw it in the first game. I think it was Baltimore, Kansas City. They called it the first couple plays, so it's a point of emphasis for sure.
What do you see out of Drake May? Seems like he's making quite a few plays on
Yeah, he's making good progress for sure. I think he does a really good job of keeping his eyes down the field. I think he's 3rd in the league right now in scrambles for yards, and so he's doing a good job finding a lane if he does have one to take off. But if he doesn't have the lane, he does a good job of creating, with his legs and finding the open receiver. So we got to do a good job of keeping him in the pocket. Whether we're rushing with 4 or 5. Affecting the quarterback's going to be big for us.
How do you think Anthony performed as a runner this past Sunday, and how has he evolved with that?
Yeah, I thought he ran really hard and strong. He had some big time runs obviously early in the game, and then he had another one on the sideline where he broke a few tackles. But he's running strong. He's running angry too.
Shane, a lot on the line starting this Sunday and the rest of the season here. What's the main focus for you guys as you head into the Patriots and the rest of the
season? I hit the guys today in the team meeting about laser focus and trying to, really defining what laser focus is, and it's being, 100% committed to the task at hand, right? And the task at hand is getting better today. That's what we're worried about today is the meetings and the walkthrough, and then doing it again the next day and the next day so we can go have success on Sundays.
I know you guys are you want to make a push in the playoffs, but it's been a struggle for the offense lately. Just one game over 20 points in the past 7. So what gives you faith that this group can get it together to become a playoff level offense.
Yeah, I think it's the guys in the locker room. You've heard me say this before. I got a lot of faith in those guys, and all it takes, you get one game rolling, you get on a little rhythm, you get on a little roll, and we're looking forward to that this week. So hopefully we get on our roll, get on our rhythm, and we go from there.
I would say you can't do it all the time. Is there something to with Anthony like taking the contact to the defender instead of having the defender take the contact to him? If that makes sense.
Yeah, like I said, I've said this before. I think it depends. There's a time and a place for that. You know what I mean? When to get down, when to get, got to have it situations. So yeah, when you're in the open field and stuff, and you got the first down, be smart and get down. But sometimes there's a time and place where we need to get the first down, and you can lower your shoulder on those. But again, you got to take care of yourself. It's always that fine line.
Shane, do you believe it's a thing for a running back to be a better runner out of a shotgun set versus the quarterback's under center?
I think it depends schematically what you're doing. You know what I mean? I think if you're a shotgun team, you got to make the shotgun runs go too. But you can get into different formations, whether you're under center or pistol. Pistol's like being under center as well too. So you look at all those things schematically to get that thing going.
How's Ashton doing?
He's doing all right. He's doing all right.
Is he going to practice today?
No.
Do you expect a change of right guard this week?
We'll see. We're looking at some things, some stuff. So we'll see how that goes.
How would you assess the way Dalton Tucker's played this year?
He's played tough. I mean, obviously a rookie that's been in there. He's battled. He's tough. He's gritty. I'm sure he wants some plays back, but he's been battling.
Do you favorite Thanksgiving dish?
That's a good question. I'd probably go with stuffing, just the stovetop box. Not bad. Simple, easy, tastes pretty good. Honey baked ham ain't bad either. I think my wife's gonna go pick one of those up today. Turkey's
You
good.
gonna microwave all that stuff, or are you gonna?
No, my wife and in-laws they get it wired up. Get it wired up. Have some of the players over. It'll be fun.
Shane endorsement. Success in the role last time out against the Jets. Another, you think about it, just kind of could be a hostile environment there out in New England. How critical is it for you guys to get things going right?
Yeah, it'll be big. Obviously, going on the road in that environment. Obviously, I know there's a lot of rich tradition with the Colts, obviously, in New England, so it'll be fun to go there. We got to make sure our communication's at a premium, especially on the road with snap cadence and all those things and formations, and make sure we're on the same page so we're not beating ourselves.
Shane, is it
A couple more.
Yeah.
Is it weird, or just what is it like for you to get into this rivalry that's been weird, and you had nothing to do with any of it, but now you're here?
Yeah, no, you hear about it. Matter of fact, I don't know if it was last night or a couple nights ago, I was watching just mic'd up Brady and Manning stuff, the rivalry going back and forth and the tradition of, what it's been here, and obviously getting a chance to play them in, Germany last year, going into that game. It's fun. So it's a rich tradition, great rivalry in football. So it'll be exciting on Sunday. Good?
Cool. Yeah.
All right. Dave, you here? Want to congratulate you on your retirement. Everything you've done for the Colts organization. We got something for you here. All right, we got you up. Come on up.
No folks I can't catch.
Mike Chappell and Dave Calabro Media Room.
Got your ball right there.
Thank you.
Got your jersey. Come on up. There's your jersey.
Look at that, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Matt's gonna take a couple of photos of you guys real
Awesome.
quick.
Just
right over here.
Yeah.
All right.
Got it. Perfect. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
There's Shane Steichen, and that's a nice gesture at the end to give Dave Calabro a game ball and then a jersey. That's a cool deal. Dave Calabro, 32 years in this market, covering the Colts, covering the Pacers, covering IU, Purdue, Butler, the whole thing for and high school sports. Holy cow, you can't think about high school sports in central Indiana without thinking about Dave Calabro retiring. I think his last day somewhere right before Christmas, and he's going to be missed. He's a pro's pro. And if I don't know whether he wants to do this, but if I'm a college, I got a chance to hire Dave Calabro to teach kids, journalism students, sports media students, how to be professionals and how to deal both with how you deal with teams, how you deal with people, and how you deal with management. As a pro, Dave Calabro is the guy.